Where did you guys live before you came to Turkey?
Thailand.
Yeah, we lived in Thailand, and I lived in Bangkok for 3 years.
I was there for 7 years.
Wow, 7.
Yeah, 7 years.
That's amazing. And why Bangkok? Why Thailand?
Why Thailand?
So we have different stories actually.
Yeah.
I've been there with one of my friends. So we were looking for some opportunity to start some business abroad, and when we arrived there, we really liked the nature, we really liked the people. So everything was very good. We started a company and we started to develop the business in different fields. So after 7 years, we decided to start to try new country, going somewhere new. So it was 1 year after I met Kate in Thailand, in Bangkok. So she's a traveler by herself, so her story is a little bit different.
Yes, I was coming there from Singapore actually. I just finished my first job ever after uni. So after that, I decided to little travel and see if I can work somewhere else. And I came to Malaysia first, tried to see if I can get any job there. Then my sister got enrolled in the uni in Bangkok, so she said like, come here and see how is life here. And at first, honestly, I didn't like Bangkok after like Singapore and Malaysia. I was like, no way I'm gonna move here. So I had like all these like concerns, like no Bangkok, no way. It's not for me, but I met Amir and I changed my plans. So basically after I met him, I made the decision to actually move there. I didn't have any plan to move there, but I always liked Thai food, I always liked Asian food. The environment was cool, but because it was not English speaking environment, it was like a big change for me. So yeah, that was the reason I stayed.
So Amir was the hook for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So 7 years in Thailand, you're together in Bangkok. Why did you leave?
Actually, we always like to explore new opportunity and seeing the world. This is our mentality, to experience different countries, to know more about other cultures, really getting to know people and trying the food, because we are very interested in the food.
Okay.
So it was one of the reasons. So we were looking for the next destination, and at first she was going to Singapore, but it was according to her job, and things didn't go in the way that we wanted. So we were looking for another opportunity. And the reason that we choose Turkey, I can say it was because of the Turkish series.
Yes, actually, the truth.
Yeah, I wasn't fan. I didn't watch so many of them, but Kate from childhood, she traveled here before. So she really liked to see how's life in Turkey.
Yeah, we were actually planning to go to Canada from Thailand, but we had to wait for a year. Both of us wanted to get into uni or some educational program in Canada, so we both had like 1 year that we can spend somewhere aside of Thailand, and some place that can give us a long-term visa, So we were like trying to see what are the options or what are the places that can give us like, okay, you go and stay 1 year, and then if we go to Canada to the uni or whatever programs. So we found the Turkey, like I mean, as Armin mentioned, I was like, oh, Turkish series, let's check Turkey, and we checked, and Turkey had this option. So we first came here like with this purpose, like let's explore the culture, let's enjoy the Turkish coffee, let's try all the kebab, basically, and off we go to Canada. Yeah. And then pandemic hit us, so that's how our stay extended.
So how long you've been here now?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Always in Antalya.
No.
We came here. At the first we came to Antalya because we heard it's a very safe place. The lifestyle is better than other cities. So we came here for 9 months. We stayed here, but because of developing our business, going to exhibitions, and seeing more foreigners to get involved in different businesses. So we decided to go to Istanbul, which is designed for this. There's a lot of opportunity. You can meet so many people, and things can happen. more than Antalya. So we went there, and when we arrived, it was COVID started. So for the first year, we just were
Stayed
in
at
the
home.
home. Yeah.
No opportunities there.
No opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second year, we started to going to the exhibition galleries, making some connections. But the lifestyle kind of got boring. You know, there's a lot to do in Istanbul, but after 2 years being there, for us, we had other needs according to or the country that we came from, Thailand. The lifestyle was very different. So we felt that okay, now is summer is coming, and we need to have access to the sea. We need to have spend more time in the nature, and we need a little bit calmer environment. Now in Istanbul, it's not calm. It's like most of the big cities. It's very crowded, noisy, so much stress, of course. So we decided to move back.
To move back, yeah. But I think it's also a lot to do with the COVID, because when we stayed in a very busy and stressful city after the COVID, so everyone was post-COVID. Everyone was more stressed, everyone was like, more like, the whole environment, everyone was just coming out of the homes, so we were the same. So after like 1 year, we felt like, okay, we need something peaceful and nature now, because we were all at homes, and Istanbul is just a big city where you go from one shopping mall to another shopping mall, from metro to bus. So yeah, after all this like small spaces that you're constantly indoors, with this whole post-COVID thing, we were like, okay, it seems Antalya now, going back to like, as Amir said, to nature, to some outdoors, would be really good for our mental health,
To have more fun.
Yeah, to have more fun in the summer as well.
So you've been in Antalya now for how long?
1 month. We just came back.
Just came back to Antalya 1 month. So what's next?
What's next?
Where's next?
It depends on so many things. First thing, because we both are business owner and partner, so it depends on the opportunity. If we see an opportunity in Africa, probably we'll go there. If it's Japan, we will go Japan. If it's India, we probably will go there. So next decision depends on the opportunity. But we are very flexible. We are not very strict. Okay, we should go this country, but we prefer countries that they speak English, because living there is going to be so much easier. But for us, we are experienced. So living in Thailand without knowing Thai language, living in Turkey without knowing Turkish language, wasn't a big deal. Here, there is Nomad meeting. We have a lot of friends meeting so many foreigners. But English language speakers is better, more comfortable. You can handle so many things. You can read about the law. You can know about the visa, about running business, about taxation. So many things that you need to know. And if you can read the language and understand it, this will be very helpful.
Yeah. But ideally, we have some preference. Actually, we do have an ideal place, because, as Amir mentioned, English-speaking country, and for us, Asia is actually some place that we prefer. Because we felt very comfortable with Asia. We love the food and we like the culture. So I think Singapore is like our ideal place. This is a home. Yes, because it's really, really perfect environment. You have a lot of nationalities living there. Everyone speak English. It's still Asia. It's still a big hub in Asia, in the middle of all the Asian countries. So you can go around. And and a good economy, and stable life. When you travel a lot, you also, after some years, looking for some kind of stability. Like, as you know, things have been changing in Turkey, and not many people can easily adjust to this, even if they are a digital nomad, because the prices are going. This is Middle East. So many things happening, so many things changes. So when you go to countries that have a more stable economies, I think you also feel more at peace, because you would be at peace knowing, okay, this is the income, this is how much it's going to cost me, this is how much my lifestyle, is going to be. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you have a digital nomad group, and you mentioned digital. So you see yourself as a digital nomad, or do you see yourself as an expat? Or are they the same thing?
I think there are different things. I think when you are expat, that means you are professional that working for a big company abroad. Okay, I think that's what expat means, expatriate, right?
Yes.
So you're actually professional that's working overseas. But for digital nomad, it means you are a business owner on your own, and or maybe you are a freelancer, and you are just traveling to destinations that you
And
like.
working online.
Yeah, and working online. So
Make
yeah,
your income.
Yeah. So both of you are working online.
both of
Yes.
us are working.
Online, yeah. So any recommendations for anyone that wants to live the lifestyle as a digital nomad?
There is a lot to learn.
Yes.
So firstly, it depends on the field that they are working on, because for some career there are so many opportunities. They can work online, they can go to freelancer websites like Upwork or Fiverr, or there are developers that can work with the companies around the world, just need some internet connection and no problem. But for designers, still it's different. It depends on how they work. Some people working print on demand business, some people are architect and 3D designers. So for architect or this kind of people, they should know the local language. It's very hard to find job. So working online is the best options, and we kind of love this lifestyle, the freedom that you have. Maybe one day you wake up 10 o'clock, but you can continue work until 10 o'clock at night, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like 8 to 5 every day. Some days you're sick. Some days, like here, weather is very lovely and you need to go out and walk at the beach, going to the parks, you know, going to the restaurants. This is necessary for life, you know. We are not just living for working and paying the bills, you know. So we love it. My advice is do your research, make your decision, and take action.
Yeah, yeah. And I would also add that always read reviews or always talk with people before you move to another country, because that's what we experienced. Why our imagination about the country wasn't the same, you know, our expectations were not met, because we imagine country as one thing because we watched Turkish series and we thought, oh, it's gonna be great, and then when we arrived here, it was a little bit different scenarios of a lifestyle that people, local people that are, you know, were living here, and how things are organized here. So maybe for many people coming from like European countries or like Canada or US, some stuff in the lifestyle will not be so comfortable. Like for example, in Istanbul, the homes are not so clean, you know. So you have to know all these things. Are you actually comfortable with some stuff in the country? Like in Thailand, maybe you will find that food mostly spicy. Can you actually handle spicy food? So you actually have to know what are the no-nos and what are the yes, and then make a list of like pros and cons before you go somewhere as well.
Okay, great. We talked about, you mentioned your online businesses. So what are you doing online exactly?
Ladies first.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you. So I have my own TEFL business. TEFL is not the TOEFL that we used to. It's not the English proficiency exam. This is TEFL. It's Teach English as a Foreign Language courses and certification. So if anybody, again going back to digital nomad lifestyle, would like to teach English online, or actually they would like to move and teach English abroad, this is the certification that they would need. So basically they go and do the course, they get the certified, and with this certificate they can start applying for teaching jobs.
Okay, great. And how about you, Amir?
Actually, I have a startup company. I'm teaching people with color deficiency, which is known as a colorblindness. Just to give you some information, if your viewer are not familiar with it, colorblind people cannot see all the colors same as normal vision people, and there are different type of colorblindness. Just to know, is 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and they're struggling with some daily tasks and they need help, especially children and designer. So my startup is exactly about it, how I can help these people. I made several online courses to teach them all the things that they need to know about colors, because I'm colorblind, so I know exactly what they need, and I try to make the best course and training that teach them step by step what to do, what not to do, what are the tools, what are the applications, how they can use color in their business, and so on. So I'm helping schools to make the class environment more colorblind friendly. And another service that we have, people can book a call with us and talking about the problems, asking the questions. And because we've been in this field for more than 3 years, so we have a lot of knowledge and we were involved with the research, so we can give them the right and correct answer and put them right path, because some people might say it's not important, they will adapt, but no, there is very important, and it can impact one person's life completely, from career choices, confidence, and relationship, and so on. So this is what I'm doing, helping colorblind people.
Great. So you guys have two businesses that are basically helping people.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
this
awesome.
is one of our purpose in life. Be
Yes.
happy, help other people be happy, and helping others.
Yeah, that's great.
Be happy and be healthy.
Be happy and be healthy.
Yes,
Yeah.
as they said.
Yeah. Okay.